Hello. This Sunday is sometimes called Shepherd Sunday because Jesus says in the Gospel, I am the Good Shepherd. Traditionally, in some parts of the country, today sheep and shepherds get specially blessed. I find this sheep imagery in Scripture a bit ambiguous. Where Geoffrey comes from, nobody blessed sheep. They were the enemy. South Wales Valley sheep weren't your white, fluffy, cuddly kind. They were rake thin, dirty brown things, with strange bits hanging off them which might or might not be part of their anatomy. They didn't live in fields, they lived in streets and back alleys, outlaw sheep that no one seemed to own, let alone shepherd. You'd hear them overturning your dustbins at the dead of night, or huddling in open garages from the rain, wheezing and coughing like bronchitic old miners. I've noticed that clergy who preach sheepy sermons often tell you that in Britain, sheep go in front of the shepherd, while sheep in Israel follow him. I've never quite seen the significance of this, but in any case, Valley's sheep, it doesn't apply with them. They didn't precede or follow anybody, and if you tried to make them, they'd probably headbutt you or bite your hand off. Still, when you think about it, if Jesus is a shepherd and we are the sheep, what sort of sheep are we? A flock of docile, snowy lambkins, or a herd of straying, raddled old scavengers? Perhaps the valley sheep image isn't so wide of the mark. And then again, who exactly is in the flock and who isn't? Jesus goes on to say something much less well known, but much more important. He tells the disciples, and I have other sheep that do not belong to this fold. I must bring them also, and they will listen to my voice. Then there will be one flock and one shepherd. It's an intriguing saying. Who are these other sheep who don't belong to the fold yet, and who one day will join up? The usual explanation is that when he said this, Jesus was talking about the Gentiles. That's you and me. Jesus and the disciples, of course, were all Jewish, as they were no Gentile disciples. Even the imagery of the sheep and the shepherd was Jewish. It went right back to King David, the shepherd king, and of course the Psalms. The Lord is my shepherd, I'll not want. So when Jesus spoke about having other sheep from a different fold, perhaps he was predicting the day when the Gentiles, you and me, would come in and join the Jewish disciples in the church. Since this is John's Gospel, there's another wider possibility. John's Gospel teaches very clearly that God isn't only interested in Jews, nor even only in Christians. God is interested in all human beings, because he made us all in his image. When we get back into the church building, let's make sure we invite those who are not of the flock. Let's make sure there's room for new people. We can't call them strangers because they're just as welcome in the church as we are. Their welcomer is God, and we are God's servants in that welcome. I hope